Be honest with me for a moment. Have you ever put on a coat, looked in the mirror, and thought, why do I look heavier, older, and less stylish than I feel? The truth is, outerwear has the power to completely transform your appearance. The right coat can make you look elegant, confident, and timeless. But the wrong one? It can add 10 years to your look in seconds. Here's the secret. After 60, your coat is not just something you throw on to stay warm. It's the very first thing people see when you walk into a room, step onto the street, or arrive at a gathering. Your outerwear frames your posture, shapes your silhouette, and sets the tone for your entire outfit. And yet, many women unknowingly keep wearing coats that drag them down, hide their natural elegance, or make them appear stuck in the past. The good news is, elegance doesn't require chasing trends or spending a fortune. It comes down to avoiding a few common outerwear mistakes and choosing styles that work with you, not against you. Oversized boxy cuts, heavy bulky fabrics, or dull dark colors may feel safe, but they silently erase your energy. On the other hand, a well-tailored coat in the right fabric and color can instantly lift your look, highlight your best features, and make you feel vibrant again. Fashion at this stage of life is not about hiding or apologizing. It's about self-respect, confidence, and joy. In today's video, we'll uncover the 5 outerwear mistakes that women over 60 must stop making right now, and most importantly, I'll show you what to wear instead. By the end, you'll see how small changes in your coat choices can add freshness, lightness, and sophistication to your entire presence. So, stay with me, because your coat could be either your biggest style problem or your secret weapon. Mistake 1. Oversized, boxy coats. One of the most common outerwear mistakes that instantly ages women over 60 is choosing oversized, boxy coats. At first glance, these coats seem like a safe and comfortable option. They hide the body, they feel roomy, and they promise warmth. But here's the problem. What feels forgiving in theory can actually work against you in practice. Oversized, shapeless coats tend to swallow the body. Instead of flattering your natural silhouette, they erase it completely. Picture a woman over 60 wrapped in a long, heavy, boxy coat. Her posture looks slouched, her shape undefined, and her energy weighed down. Rather than creating elegance, the coat drags her appearance into heaviness. It doesn't matter how beautiful the outfit underneath might be. The coat becomes a curtain that hides all of it. Another issue with boxy coats is the message they send. Fashion psychology tells us that clothing communicates nonverbal signals. A structured, well-fitted coat says confidence, vitality, modernity. A shapeless, oversized coat, on the other hand, often conveys "I've given up" or "I want to hide." That is not the message you want your style to deliver, especially after 60, when your presence and personality deserve to shine more than ever. Now let's talk about alternatives. If you love comfort and coverage, you don't have to sacrifice those qualities for style. The key is balance and subtle tailoring. A mid-length coat with gentle shaping at the waist instantly creates a more polished silhouette without being tight or restrictive. Instead of boxy shoulders, look for slightly structured ones that frame the body gracefully. Rather than drowning in fabric, choose coats that skim the body and fall at mid-thigh or just above the knee. This length is universally flattering, elongating the legs while still offering warmth. Fabrics also play a role. A heavy, stiff wool in an oversized cut will weigh you down, but a lighter wool blend or cashmere coat in a streamlined shape gives both comfort and elegance. Belted coats are another excellent option. They allow you to define your waist softly, even if your body has changed with age, while still feeling secure and chic. Color is another powerful fix. Oversized boxy coats in dark, dull shades, like shapeless black or muddy brown, absorb light and flatten your presence. Switching to a tailored coat in camel, soft gray, navy, or even a rich jewel tone like burgundy or teal adds instant sophistication. These shades lift your complexion and make your outfit feel modern. Finally, don't underestimate details. A simple lapel, neat buttons, and a clean hemline can elevate a coat from old-fashioned to timeless. When you put on a coat that frames your shape instead of erasing it, you don't just look younger, you feel more confident. And confidence, more than anything, is what people notice first. So the next time you're tempted to reach for that big, boxy coat, pause and ask yourself, does this garment show the vibrant woman I am, or does it hide her? Choose the alternative, and you'll discover that the right coat isn't just warm, it's transformative. Mistake 2. Heavy, bulky fabrics. Another outerwear mistake that can unintentionally age women over 60 is relying on heavy, bulky fabrics for coats and jackets. At first, thick materials seem practical. After all, they promise warmth and durability. But in reality, they can weigh down your look, overwhelm your frame, and even add visual pounds you don't have. Picture a woman over 60 wrapped in a stiff, oversized wool coat or a puffy parka made of dense fabric. Instead of looking elegant, the garment swallows her figure. The shoulders look sloped, the posture seems tired, and the heaviness of the coat creates a sense of drag. The result is less stylish winter chic and more buried under fabric. Bulky coats not only distort proportions, but also create the illusion of fatigue. Heavy, rigid fabrics don't move with the body, making every gesture feel constrained. When the fabric lacks drape or flow, it communicates stiffness, something that can unintentionally make you look older. Add in dull, dark colors often associated with thick winter coats, and the overall impression becomes even harsher. The good news: you don't need to compromise on warmth to avoid this mistake. The solution lies in choosing fabrics that provide insulation without unnecessary bulk. Lightweight wool is a perfect option. It offers warmth, breathability, and a refined texture without overwhelming your shape. Blended cashmere is another excellent choice, combining softness, elegance, and comfort while remaining light enough to flatter your frame. These fabrics move with you, skim the body, and project sophistication. Quilted styles with shape are also fantastic alternatives. Instead of oversized puffer jackets that look boxy, opt for quilted coats with strategic stitching that defines the waist and elongates the silhouette. Modern quilted coats are designed with lightweight down or synthetic fills that trap heat without adding bulk, giving you both practicality and elegance. Length and structure also matter. A mid-thigh lightweight wool coat in camel or navy can instantly elevate your look while keeping you warm. A belted quilted jacket in a jewel tone like burgundy or forest green adds vibrancy and ensures you don't disappear under fabric. Even subtle details, like a slightly flared hem or softly tailored shoulders, help restore movement and grace. In fashion psychology, clothing that moves lightly and drapes gracefully communicates vitality and ease. When you switch from heavy, bulky fabrics to lighter structured ones, you instantly appear more vibrant, approachable, and modern. People notice the confidence and energy you project, not the coat weighing you down. So the next time you shop for outerwear, ask yourself, does this fabric support my elegance or smother it? Choosing lightweight wool, cashmere blends, or quilted coats with shape ensures that your outerwear works for you, not against you. Because at this stage of life, your coat shouldn't just keep you warm, it should frame your radiance. Mistake 3. Dark, dull colors. One of the most common outerwear mistakes women over 60 make is sticking to dark, dull colors for their coats and jackets. Black, charcoal, or muddy brown may feel like the safe choice. They hide stains, seem versatile, and are always available in stores. But here's the truth. These colors often drain your complexion, emphasize shadows, and create a heavy, somber mood that can instantly make you look older. Picture a woman over 60 stepping outside on a winter day wearing a thick black coat. Instead of radiating vibrancy, the dark color casts shadows on her face, deepening lines and dulling her natural glow. While black can be chic in certain contexts, in outerwear it often absorbs too much light, leaving the skin looking pale, tired, or washed out. Muddy shades like faded brown or gray have a similar effect. They flatten the overall look, making you blend into the background rather than stand out with confidence. Psychologists studying color perception explain that darker shades can subconsciously signal seriousness, heaviness, or even fatigue. While those associations may work in a business suit, they don't always flatter when you're aiming to project energy, elegance, and approachability. At this stage in life, your coat should lift your spirit, not weigh it down. The solution: embrace colors that illuminate your face and complement your natural beauty. Soft neutrals are timeless and flattering. Shades like warm beige, light camel, or soft gray bring brightness without overwhelming. These hues reflect light upward, softening features and making your skin appear more radiant. Jewel tones are another powerful alternative: deep emerald, sapphire blue, or rich burgundy. Not only flatter mature skin, but also add a touch of sophistication. These colors reflect beautifully onto silver or gray hair, enhancing your natural coloring instead of clashing with it. Elegant pastels are equally chic, especially in spring or transitional seasons. A blush pink trench, a lavender wool coat, or a pale blue quilted jacket can all create freshness and approachability. Unlike harsh black or brown, pastels soften your presence and make you look vibrant without trying too hard. If you still love darker tones, consider coats with contrasting linings, scarves, or accessories that bring light closer to your face. For example, a charcoal coat with a soft ivory scarf can instantly brighten your look. Another trick is to mix textures. A matte black coat may look flat, but one with a subtle sheen or a tailored cut can feel more dynamic. Color is not just decoration, it's energy. Wearing outerwear in fresh, flattering shades projects vitality and optimism. It signals that you are not hiding but embracing your presence with confidence. Women over 60 who choose brighter or richer coats often notice that friends say, "You look amazing," rather than, "You look tired." That difference is not about makeup or age, it's the power of color. So, when choosing your next coat, ask, does this color lift me up or pull me down? The right hue can transform not only your style, but also your mood. Because outerwear isn't just about warmth, it's about presenting yourself to the world with elegance and life. Mistake 4. Outdated details. One subtle but powerful mistake women over 60 often make with outerwear is holding on to coats or jackets that feature outdated details. While these small design elements once seemed fashionable, over time they can date your entire look, sending the wrong message about your style and energy. Think about coats with oversized shoulder pads from the 1980s, heavy embroidery from the 1990s, or shiny plastic buttons that were trendy decades ago. These details might feel nostalgic, or you might keep wearing the coat simply because it's still good. But the truth is, fashion evolves, and when the details on your coat belong to another era, they can make you look stuck in the past rather than current and vibrant. Imagine a woman over 60 wearing a long wool coat with big padded shoulders and ornate gold buttons. Instead of appearing elegant, the outdated styling overpowers her natural beauty. The eye is drawn to the details instead of her face, making her seem older than she truly is. Outdated trims, cuffs, or collars can create the same effect, making an otherwise nice coat feel tired and costume-like. The solution isn't necessarily to throw away every older piece. It's about editing and updating. Small changes can completely refresh an older coat. For example, replacing shiny plastic buttons with sleek horn or pearl buttons instantly gives the coat a more modern, sophisticated edge. Removing bulky shoulder pads can transform a structured, dated look into a softer, more flattering silhouette. If a coat has excessive details like ruffles, appliques, or overly busy trims, balance them with streamlined pieces. Pairing an ornate coat with sleek trousers and neutral shoes reduces the costume effect and restores elegance. Sometimes tailoring can also save an older coat. Adjusting sleeve lengths, reshaping lapels, or simplifying cuffs can give it new life. But the simplest solution is to choose coats with clean, timeless lines and minimal fuss. Outerwear that relies on modern simplicity rather than dated extras always looks elegant, no matter the season. Think classic trench coats, softly tailored wool coats, or quilted jackets with subtle details. These designs don't cling to a particular decade, they highlight you. Fashion psychology research shows that simplicity is strongly associated with modernity and elegance. When your outerwear is free of outdated details, you look more approachable, confident, and current. Instead of people noticing your coat's shoulder pads or shiny buttons, they notice your smile, your posture, and your presence. At this stage in life, outerwear should frame you, not overshadow you. Outdated details pull focus away from your radiance, while modern clean lines showcase it. By letting go of coats with fussy, outdated features and investing in pieces with refined simplicity, you present yourself as the woman you are today: elegant, vibrant, and timeless. Mistake 5. Wrong length. One of the most overlooked but impactful outerwear mistakes women over 60 make is choosing coats or jackets in the wrong length. The length of a coat might seem like a small detail, but it dramatically influences your body proportions, your silhouette, and ultimately, how youthful or elegant you appear. Picture a woman over 60 wearing a floor-sweeping coat that nearly drags on the ground. Instead of looking graceful, the overwhelming length swallows her frame, making her appear shorter and heavier. On the other extreme, imagine her in a cropped jacket that cuts off at the widest part of the midsection. Rather than elongating her figure, it highlights areas she might prefer to soften, creating a boxy, unfinished look. Both extremes can unintentionally add years to her style. The problem with coats that are too long is that they visually shorten the legs and weigh down the silhouette. Unless you are very tall, overly long coats can drown the frame and look cumbersome, especially in heavy fabrics. Short coats, meanwhile, often emphasize the midsection or disrupt body balance. When proportions are off, even the most luxurious fabric or stylish design cannot save the outfit. The solution lies in choosing lengths that balance and elongate. Mid-thigh to knee-length coats are the sweet spot for most women over 60. These lengths create vertical lines that lengthen the body while still offering warmth and coverage. A coat that hits just above the knee often looks polished and modern, while one that falls mid-thigh feels casual yet chic. Both options keep the silhouette clean and youthful. For petite women, shorter coats can still work, but they should hit just below the hip or mid-thigh, not at the widest part of the waist. For taller women, slightly longer coats, mid-calf, can be elegant if the fabric is light and the cut is tailored. The key is balance. The coat should enhance, not overwhelm. Belts or tailoring also help restore proportion. A belted knee-length coat defines the waist and creates shape, avoiding the boxy effect. Similarly, a slightly A-line cut that flares gently at the hem adds movement and keeps the look light. Layering also plays a role. Pairing a mid-length coat with slim trousers or straight-leg jeans ensures harmony between top and bottom. Color and cut can further refine length. A monochrome coat in camel, navy, or soft gray elongates the body, while vertical seams or buttons reinforce a streamlined effect. In contrast, coats that are both too long and too dark often double the problem by adding heaviness. Fashion psychology tells us that when clothing proportions are balanced, the eye perceives harmony and elegance. A coat of the right length instantly lifts your appearance, making you look taller, slimmer, and more vibrant, without changing anything about your body. It's not about hiding, it's about highlighting your natural shape with wisdom. So, before you purchase your next coat, ask yourself, where does it fall on my body? Does it cut me off, or does it elongate me? Choosing outerwear in the right length is one of the simplest but most powerful ways to ensure that your style feels timeless, flattering, and age-defying. At the end of the day, outerwear isn't just something you throw on to keep warm. It's the very first impression you give when you walk into a room, a restaurant, or even down the street. And as we've seen, The wrong coat can silently add years, while the right one can lift your entire look in an instant. The good news is you don't need to overhaul your whole wardrobe. By avoiding a few common mistakes, like oversized shapeless fits, heavy fabrics, overly dark tones, outdated styles, or coats in the wrong length, you open the door to outerwear that flatters, empowers, and celebrates your age with elegance. Think of it this way: the right coat isn't hiding you, it's framing you. A lightweight wool wrap, a tailored knee-length trench, or a softly structured quilted jacket can make you look not only stylish, but also vibrant and approachable. Going! These choices aren't about pretending to be younger. They're about showing the world that you're still confident, modern, and full of life. So next time you shop for a coat, don't just ask, "Does this keep me warm?" Instead ask, "Does this reflect the woman I am today?" Because when your outerwear matches your wisdom, your presence becomes unforgettable. Stay stylish, stay radiant, and most importantly, never underestimate the power of the right outerwear to remind you and everyone around you that age is just a number.